Alright, I will back live again. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
Aspetta che ti piazzo il gigante con la strega.
But
Oh, hold on.
pretty sure we're back now.
Alright, sorry, I Discord didn't capture your audio just now. At least on the OBS side. Okay, now it's capturing. Apologies.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you now.
Okay. So I'll just repeat what I said earlier then. So sorry that you guys had to miss the first warm up. There was some technical difficulties with capturing the clients of the players, and now all the players are back on the stream, I believe. I can see all of them in correct order, so I believe they are all on the screen. Oh, and one thing I want to mention about the players, Jensen basically carried Singapore last round, so I wouldn't be surprised if they gonna permanent lobby or stay in most of the maps, perhaps to set team some more FCs on the board. I believe they finished they are one of the top players based on the individual performance in round 32. I'm pretty sure about that. Might be first, but I gotta check again. Individual performance round of 32. Jensen is second overall, only second to Daniel Hoffmark from European Triad. But anyways, yeah. Basically, imagine having the second strongest player in the tourney in this match on Singapore, on the lower seed in this match. So this would be pretty interesting. Now, it's on the second warm-up here, I believe. This looks like something that probably is custom map for 6WC in some other year, maybe based on the difficulty name. 4.6 stars, 3.6 CSAR 9.5. Yeah, looks about right for 6WC. If you want to make like a chill/troll map, make fun of your opponents. But this does not look like a troll map. This looks more like maybe an actual warm up. I'm not sure. I'm not hearing any music though.
Oh, that was really quick.
Anyways, that's gonna be pretty quick, only 35 seconds, so I believe now we're gonna go straight into the match with the roles, the Texan bans. Only the first ban though, the second ban is going to come later.
Oh. And we're back to technical difficulties. Alright.
Okay, we're good with the map pools. I had you muted for a few seconds there, are you good?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got our roles on the board here. SKF from Singapore rolled 15 points, and I'm not sure if Italy has rolled yet.
Okay, that was strange.
Now, based on what we see here, we have... Oh, wait. No, I haven't seen a roll from from Italy yet. Is that already roll 1? From Singapore? Second ban, first pick?
So what do you think both teams will decide to protect and ban?
Yeah, I mean, usually the strat here, most of the teams I saw so far seems to go for second ban, first pick, right? Because like when you get to see what the other team bans first. So if they somehow luckily ban what you wanted to ban, you can go ahead and ban another map that is not that map. That's like the main idea behind going for the second ban rather than the first ban. If you want to go for the first ban, second pick though, that's like perhaps a more brave approach in terms of banning, because you just ban what you want to ban straight away. But then you get to pick later, being the the second pick of each like every set of 2 pick, you'll be the second pick, and in that case, you'd have kinda. How should I say this? It's like when you have more points on the board, you get to be the one to pick. So you have the chance to perhaps like flip the score back one way or the other after the other team has already picked.
Oh, it looks like Italy first protects normal 5. Oh, they are going for the gimmick pick.
Yeah, they are. They seems like they are interested in the gimmick pick this round. Actually, not surprised based on like their very good gimmick score in Nomad 5 in the qualifiers. Seems like they might not just be a rhythm gimmick team. They might be a reading gimmick team as well. Actually, they're good at hidden too, so that might just be true. Meanwhile, we'll see what Singapore is going to protect. Now, for our viewers, protect means that the map cannot be banned throughout the entire match. So, if a map has been protected, the other team cannot ban it, and that map will stay on the pool until it is played or until the end of the match.
And Singapore goes for the HR1 pick. I honestly thought that they will go for more for the DT pick on this match, but it seems I'm wrong.
Actually, maybe they did their homework. Because no. Hard Rock is fairly good on both of these teams, except for maybe Italy, not so good on Hard Rock 1. They're good on Hard Rock 2. Hard Rock 1, yeah, that might be their weakness. So, reasonable protect coming from Singapore there.
Yeah. And looks like we're moving on to the bans now. I think if I were Italy in this spot, I think they might go for the DT bans, considering Singapore's score on the qualifiers.
Yeah, that score on DT in the qualifiers is pretty strong, so DT bans should be considered here. Also, something to mention, I think I was on comms with Sedi yesterday, who's the head pooler. He mentioned that DT3 is significantly harder than the rest of the maps here, except for the tiebreaker, of course. So, since that map is hard, it might be kind of like a coin toss pick between these two teams, unless one team is much better at finger control. This is 190 BPM finger control. It's very hard.
Yeah. Hey, Madre. I'm doing fine.
We got an Italy chose to ban Hard Rock 2. Reasonable choice, given that the other team has protected Hard Rock 1. So, one less map to be concerned about in the Hard Rock area.
Now we're moving on to our second ban.
We'll see what Singapore is going to ban against Italy here.
I think it's hard to say. I think there's a high chance they might go for the HD2 pick, HD2 ban, because generally, from the looks of it, Italy might be more into the gimmick maps, such as No Mod 5 and HD2, maybe 3 Mod 2 as well.
Also, we got some people mentioning in chat here that the captain of this Italy team is also captain for Italy in Taiko World Cup last year.
Yeah.
Anyways, we have a ban here from Singapore. It's going to be a hidden 2 ban, I believe. Hidden 2 ban from Singapore, and they go straight into DT1 for the first pick of this match.
Oh, the HD2 ban immediately going into DT1 as well. Alright.
So DT1 is, based on the pooler, the most standard map. Oof, and the clients are gone again. You might want to reload the clients maybe. We're flashbanging our viewers once again with a technical difficulty green screen, folks. What on earth?
I love when OBS does this. Oh my,
OBS being absolutely funny once again.
true.
Goodness. Can't.
It cannot be helped. Alright,
There you are.
Alright, apologies for the technical difficulties.
And that's the technical. Can we have like a tech difficulty count on the screen today? We had 2 so far. Let's see how many we have, maybe. Nah, I'm joking.
Let's hope it doesn't happen again. The Madrid saying
Yeah. You can disable the warm up mode so you can see the scores at the top, the boxes, you know, the square boxes. Yeah, there you go. Nice.
Alright. It looks like we're going into our first match.
Yeah. Good luck, have fun in chat. I believe the map will start soon. DT1. I would say it's a very, very standard DT1. Maybe except for these small patterns at the end that might require a bit of finger control. The doubles coming after the sliders in quick succession near the end, but otherwise just a standard aim control DT1, 220 BPM.
Yeah.
Single tappable if your fingers are fast enough, otherwise I would recommend alting.
Alright, it looks like we're starting the match now.
Okay, the match is starting now. So AR went up to 9.7. Silver size is 4, standard size, but AR is going to be slightly higher for some of these players. In this rank range, finding a player who can play high AR like 9. I think I would say AR 9.8, 9.9, AR 10. These guys are very hard to find, and if you have them on your team, massive advantage for them.
Yeah, definitely that's the case. It looks like
And
Sky.
like, go ahead.
Looks like Sky and Curry with Curry with another break.
Yeah, Curry unfortunately not holding through the earlier parts of the map here. Meanwhile, Marco also breaks on the Italy team. Singapore right now still holding 2 full combos on the board with a slightly smaller combo on Sky the Dum Dum, who broke a little bit earlier in the map. But otherwise, these 2 FCs are going to be very important for Singapore to hold while the score goes over to their side. Sky the Dum Dum broke just there, but these 2 FCs are going to still hold. Meanwhile, only 1 FC on Italy's side. The score is going to Singapore at this moment right now. We're only halfway through the map though, so if any breaks come out from Singapore, maybe there's a chance for Italy to climb back as long as the supporting combos hold and extend. But otherwise, this map is going to Singapore pretty quickly. And considering the breaks are coming from Italy here, right? Like Alessio is going to break there, but considering that the breaks are coming out of Italy, that's 1 more from Curry. These breaks are not going to help them in this map, and I think it's pretty much confirmed here for Singapore. Around 2/3 of the map through, leading by 800,000 points. Jensen's going to find a break there, but Madre is going to still hold. The FC is still going at 93% accuracy, and that's going to be for the break for Madre. No FCs remaining on the board, but I think the combo was held long enough there. Lead already at 900,000 points. It might not extend further, but I don't think it's going to recover back to Italy in less than like an 1/8 of a map here. So that's the first point to Singapore there. So they picked the map, they won the point, as expected. So the scores here, obviously you have Jensen here at 847,000. They broke earlier than Madre, but the accuracy is just insane at 98.6%. No one else in the lobby got over 95, so we have 94 here at Madre, 760,000. And no one over 88% on Italy's side. That is quite concerning, but they will find other maps that might fit their skill set a little bit more than this one. And hopefully they will hold more act there and gain their point back. Now I wonder what they will pick.
if I were Italy on this side, I think they might go for the 3 mod 2 pick. Oh,
Make sure to have the laser client on, like, click on that window before hitting the hotkey.
technical. Oh my.
And that's the third one today. Click on that window before hitting the M key.
Oh,
You good? There you go.
alright. Apologies. This.
Yeah, tech pause count to 3, friends. Tech pause count to 3. Anyways, Nomad 3 has been chosen from Italy. So maybe they're confident in their ult. The qualifier scores are not showing that, perhaps not showing it that much, but maybe this map has something for them. This would be pretty interesting. The streamer today is Kian. Flashbang, there you go, nice.
Alright.
And obviously this song is a Vocaloid. Deco, not sure how to pronounce their name, just to say Deco27 monitoring featuring Hatsune Miku. Vocaloid friends out there are going to be happy with this one. At 4.15 stars, circle a little bit bigger than usual at 3.8, AR9 OD7, standard for an alt map. 132 BPM. So usually alt maps, ACK is very hard. It's very hard to hold ACK on these maps, usually, because you gotta alt, and having control over both of your fingers at the same time is much harder than just playing maps that are single tappable if you're more used to that. Most people when they start off they're more used to that, so I'd be impressed if someone holds a high accuracy here. Oh, I believe. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. This map is 3 minutes long, so I believe it's longer than most of the maps we had in this pool. Most of the maps we have in this pool is around 2 minutes and 2 minutes and a little bit. This one's 3. There's gonna be a few other ones at around 4 minutes. That's Hard Rock 2 and Nomad 1, I believe. Otherwise, this map is quite fun to play when I played this map. When I practiced this map, the song is banger. The map is fun. The first map that actually features floor aim in Nomad 3 in this tournament so far, because the difficulty finally allows it.
Well, a lot of have fun are being said in chat. It looks like we're going to the match now. And looks like Bancho is. Oh,
No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And we're off to the start of Nomad 3 here. Jensen unexpectedly dropped some accuracy near the beginning here in this alt map. Down to 80%. Meanwhile, their teammates right now holding at 90%. Italy right now 96, 98, 90. So much better accuracy on the Italy side. Very good pick from them so far from the looks of it. But the combos are going to start to kick in here from Italy as well. Because 200, I believe 2 FCs are still being held on Italy here. Meanwhile, Singapore is just crumbling. No combo being held, but maybe they'll start holding it right now actually with 280 combos on Madre and Sky. Jensen is also starting to hold a combo as well. Meanwhile, Italy finding a few breaks from, how do I pronounce your names? CRHIX? Crix? I'll just say that. Ooh,
I think we can just say Higgs.
Huh? Say that again?
I will just say Higgs.
Crix.
Just
Okay,
for the sake
Crix.
of it.
Yeah, correct. It is correct. Yes, chat has confirmed me, so that's good. Meanwhile, while we were talking about that, a few breaks are coming from Italy, but they're starting to hold the combo again. And combo right now slightly on the Singapore side actually, not on the Italy side anymore. The accuracy also starting to shift towards Singapore as well. All players have recovered back to over 90%. We're over halfway through the map now. Italy seems to... No, two of their players are holding the act well, over 93%. Kuri dropped to 85. Combo break coming from Krix. And we got break combos on Marco and Madre. Both of these are going to be very important. These two will need to hold if they want to keep their team on the right track. Scores are very close right now, only 4,000 points different as we get into the last quarter of the map here. Breaks are coming from Italy, scores flipping towards Singapore, only 1,000 points different going to the last quarter. This is a very close map indeed.
Nerves are probably all on your Madrid to hold combo now that the break occurred.
Now that Marco break, now it's all on Madre. Can they hold this going into the end? They cannot,
No.
They broke that, but that might just be enough. It's only 10,000 points. Points are flipping back towards Italy. Breaks are coming out from all over the place. I'm not sure what's going on here. 10,000 points again to Singapore. I don't think there is enough map here for them to recover unless something special happened here with Jensen breaking or otherwise, but I don't think it's gonna flip back in this case, or does it? Or does it? We're seeing fakes left and right. Does it?
Oh.
It's running out of time. They're running out of time. Scores
No.
extended to Singapore, and Jensen's gonna hold that combo to the end. That means a break point for Singapore, 2-0.
That was a really close match, but with Jensen holding the combo at the last minute.
Right. That combo from Jensen at the end is very important. Even though we have a 95% accuracy 426 combo from Marco, that's the best score in their lobby at 400,000. Unfortunately, their teammates were not there to back them up. Not enough, at least, to fight against the 300k scores from Singapore. Okay, now, what are we looking at here? So, this should be a Singapore pick. So they managed to get that break point after they got the point from their own pick. So that's a consolidated break point. Now they just need to pick something to extend their advantage even further to potentially 3-0 or maybe take another break point and make it to match point. The seeding is very close, but as I said earlier, Singapore did pretty well in round of 32. So we might want to reconsider that seeding a little bit. But yeah, we'll see what they're gonna pick here. Now, I'm thinking, ooh, DT3 picked? It's the very difficult finger control map being picked here. Picked right after they won the Noma 3. Actually a sensible choice, because Noma 3 is finger control, but DT3 is much harder finger control. I'd be interested in seeing if they can handle the heat of this map. I mean, if they can, it's a very good pick. If they cannot, it's going to be a very coin-tossy pick. It's gonna be a very scary one indeed, and clients are not being happy again. Tech, never mind. I was about to say tech pause count forward, but never mind. We're good. Alright. Now, I believe it's gonna be pretty much the same roster on both sides. Unless something changes. Because, this map is still finger control, but it's 190 BPM, so much harder. I believe only slightly easier than the tiebreaker, but both DT3 and tiebreaker are, according to the poolers, cooked a bit too hard. That's what they said, which means basically it's basically a little bit too hard for the pool, or maybe way too hard for the pool. I'm not sure what they mean by that. So, I'm not sure what the stats has been so far for this map. This map is one of the maps where the teams either ban or they don't pick it. And in this match, we are seeing it. I'm not sure what's going on in this map. But from when I play this map myself, I'd be very impressed if anyone gets more than 600,000 or 700,000. It's really hard. It's really hard to hold your finger control on this map. And also, after DT, it should be reduced to around maybe 2 minutes and a little bit. I mean, at its full length is 3 minutes based on what's being shown on stream there, but I think it's gonna be like 2 minutes and a little bit, and the beacom's gonna rise to 190. To be exact, 192. Oh, CS 3.5, so circle a little bit bigger than usual. AR7 is gonna be raised. OD6 is gonna be raised as well.
Players on Singapore side still remaining, while Malco got something by Alicio from the looks of it.
Now I'm seeing good luck, have fun in the chat. The map might start soon, I believe.
And we're heading to the match.
Hit the panic button. Okay, we're good. Okay, so the new star rating is not going to be shown on the stream here, but obviously, as we can see, the map has been reduced to 2 minutes and 5 seconds, and we're going to go straight into it. The beginning of this map is not too hard. It's going to get much harder with the rhythm. The rhythm is going to get more dense, way more dense than this, and I would say way more dense for these players in this round of the tournament. So 3 FCs are still being held on Singapore, meanwhile 2 FCs are held on Italy. Unless you're finding an early break, Korea also find a break just there as well, so only Crix remaining on the FC now for Italy. Singapore is still holding 3 FC, but I think the hard section is gonna start not yet. Pretty soon though. And Sky is gonna find a break there. Jensen and Ermadre still holding. Crix is also still holding. 3 FC remaining in this lobby, and now it's only 2 FC remaining on the lobby, with only 1 on each side, Crix and Jensen. However, as we can see here, Crix is holding an extremely good accuracy on this map at 93.7%. Meanwhile, Jensen also just find a break there. This could be huge for Italy.
There's still half of the map left, so this could go either way.
Yeah, this could still go either way, but if Crix hold just a little longer here, this might be enough to confirm the point here, because the accuracy on Singapore is going nowhere. Meanwhile, Crix is on 93 and might still climb up as we go along in this map here. The fin control is very hard indeed, and Singapore might have mispicked here. This might be a bad pick for them. They were so confident in fin control, but they forgot to account for one thing, and that's Crix. They forgot to account the high BPM. This map is much different from No Mod 3, and that's why, you know, a lot of players decide to ban No Mod 3, but they didn't ban this map because they thought no one would pick it. Someone did, and it's Italy, and they're winning this point. And as we approach the end here, the combo is still being held for Crix, and that is a full combo from Crix. Very impressive indeed. On DT3 nonetheless, the second hardest map in this pool, an A rank. 500,000 point difference, and the first point to Italy, a break point as well. This match is getting closer as we go along. Next pick is Italy. If they can consolidate this break point, then we're gonna be tied up 2-2, and yeah, who knows what's gonna happen from there. Yeah, Italy's starting to get a little hype in chat here, and the copy pasta is here. There you go. Send this. Might be an Italy pun, I'm not sure, but say send this insert drum emoji to support Crix drum emoji. Send this drum emoji to support Crix drum emoji. Yeah, that, you know. And we have a No Mod 5 from Italy. Not surprising considering they just won a breakpoint. They would really want to consolidate the breakpoint by picking their Protect, the No Mod 5. So this No Mod 5, if things go correctly, and nice, it shows on the screen, that's very good. So sometimes the stats don't show on the screen for this map, because this map is pretty old. It's really old. It's an old map. At CS5 AR6 OD6, the circles are small, approach rate is low. Reading map or remembrance map, like You either read this map or you remember the map. One of these two things. Both works if you can do either of them. And I'm not sure what Italy has done here, but I'm pretty sure that they are confident with this map given that they protected it. Also, this map only 3.4 stars, but don't let that don't let that mislead you about the difficulty of this map, because you know it's AR6 and the perfect stacks are gonna mess up some players here. Kian, have you tried this map before? Kian, hello.
Hello?
Have you tried this map before?
Yeah, I tried this map, and I would say it's quite hard for players that have lost their ability to play low AR, especially since this map is, I think, yeah, it should be, yeah, it's AR6.
Yeah. And also patterns in this map, most of them I think are quite linear.
Yeah.
Slightly linear, as like, you know, old style mapping goes, that's the usual. It's only 2 minutes 20 seconds at one. Also, it's only 126 BPM. You might want to consider about that, because some of these perfect stacks does have bursts. Up to 7 circles stacked on top of each other perfectly. So, make sure to read these approach circles right. And I think, you know, now that I think of it, having AR6 might be a benefit in this map, considering its perfect stacks, because you get to see all these approach circles coming in, right? And then you can read the perfect stacks more, like, better compared to just having AR10 perfect stack. That is basically nearly impossible to read for players in this rank range.
Yeah.
You know, we have Singapore saying, I hate Nomad 5. Well, good protect from Italy. That's all I'm gonna say. Good luck, have fun in chat. We're beginning very soon.
Yeah. Oh. It looks like they still want to play deep stream, huh? Alright.
With a hit of a panic button there, I think we should be back. And now we begin with the Gimmick Nomad 5, an old map. Very old map. AR6. FCs are still being held across the board, but patterns are gonna get more and more annoying as we go along. Especially there's some stacking patterns near the end where I would just say don't read it, just remember it. Just remember how you play it and play it. A first break coming out from Madre on Singapore side. FCs are still being held for all 3 players on Italy. And accuracy wise, very good on Marco and Crix at 93 and 96 respectively, and only one good accuracy on Singapore here with XF at 93. Jensen's gonna find a break there. So score's gonna go even further on the Italy side here, as long as all these 3 combos are being held. I'd be very impressed if I see a 3-way FC here, because I don't think I have seen that on another team in this round yet. There's the stack, and Italy just hit it perfectly. XF is still holding, but accuracy-wise, much different from Crix and Marco. And now we're halfway through the map here. Singapore really needs Italy to just break here, but I don't think that's gonna happen. There's still, oh never mind, Crix just trying to break, but there's still 2 FCs on Italy's side. They would need more breaks from them. Even if XF holds, if the combos are not falling on Italy's side, it's not gonna flip towards Singapore. There's only a quarter left in the map here. Yeah. Alright, so Marco's still holding a 96, Crix holding a 97, even though they encountered that break earlier. Kuri is gonna break, but it doesn't matter now. The lead is 600,000 points. There's less than 10th remaining in this map. And I think that is breakpoint consolidated for Italy. That means we're tied at 2-2 going into the second ban phase. And obviously, since Italy won the 4th map, they're gonna be the team that bans first, and then Singapore will ban later. 1 ban each before we move on to the second part of this match. Now we're going into the second ban phase here. Italy should be the team to ban first here. Now I wonder what they will ban. So I believe Singapore has one on Nomad DT1 Nomad 3. Italy has one on Nomad 5 DT3. So yeah, the finger control maps are all kind of gone right now, so you cannot really use that information all that much. Maybe Italy would want to avoid these consistency picks, considering that Singapore won DT1. Ban Nomad 1 perhaps? Ban Hidden 1 perhaps? Hard Rock 1 cannot be banned, it's been protected. Also, the other Nomads could be interesting if they decide to ban them. Nomad 2. I'm not sure how Italy's feeling about their tapping, 160 BPM streams. By the way, do we have any easy players on one of these teams?
As far as I'm aware, no, not really.
I don't think so, yeah.
Oh, Italy with the DT2 ban.
And we have a ban for DT2 coming out from Italy. Seems like they're not confident in their not their tapping, more like the speed pick. Because DT2 is 240 BPM, so if it's too fast, you don't like it, you ban it. Very simple decision.
Alright, now it's on to Singapore ban. I'm thinking they might go for the Fremont 2 ban, considering how slow the map is, and that might work in Italy's favor. They have the
yeah. Because if you see Italy do well like that on Nomad 5, you might want to consider banning Fremont 2. Because they are very similar. Except, Fremont 2 is slightly higher AR, but the style of the map pretty similar. Linear, old-ish. The song is pretty much very close in terms of speed with Nomad 5, I think. Or like at least the same feeling when you play it. I wonder what they will ban. Expand Singapore. Now I remember that one of these two teams are very bad at Hidden. It might be the case that Singapore would want to ban Hidden 1. That might be an option because they ban Hidden 2. Double bans are allowed at this stage, and in any stage for that matter. Only triple bans are not allowed. And there's the Hidden 1 ban from Singapore. They really hate their Hiddens in that case, and I believe maybe something for teams in the future matches to consider if they do make it past this match. Hiddens are not their thing. Now we wait for the next pick. I believe next pick is going to be from Singapore. Now they can pick their protect. It's not worth it. I'd save it for one more. Also, the scoreline is 2-2 by the way. It's not 2-3. What could they pick here? I would say for their protect for perhaps one more set of picks because it's still 2-2. Any of the Nomads could be interesting. Nomad 1 could be a good choice here, considering that they want DT1. Fremont 1 if they want to challenge the more techie side of things. Same for Nomad 4 as well. Nomad 4 is much harder in terms of tech compared to Fremont 1. Fremont 1 is more so hybrid-ish. It switches between genre quite a little bit. What are they gonna pick? Now, yeah, and any ideas about like what they would be interested in picking apart from what I mentioned earlier? Kian, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they actually go for a Fremont 2 pick.
That is interesting. That is very interesting. Because they just lost on Nomad 5. They are going straight in for the maps that's the closest to Nomad 5 right after that. Very interesting decision indeed. I wonder what they have waiting in the wings. Imagine Hidden Hard Rock on this map. I know Hard Rock on this map is extremely hard considering like it's gonna raise the CS to 6.5. For these players, that's extremely hard. Like CS 6.5 AR10. They would not want to do that. Unless, you know, they are brave enough to do it. And one of them on each team has to do it.
Yeah. Oh, XF and Real Madrid is being swapped out.
Yeah, maybe these two are not their Hard Rock players. Or maybe they don't feel that good on CS5 AR8 action with a lot of linears in this map. Only BPM.
I would believe that Jensen should be the HD player and Real Madrid being the HR, but seeing as Real Madrid is being swapped out, it looks like I may be wrong.
So yeah, the Fremont rules here is that we need one player on Hidden, Easy, or Easy Hidden, and we need another player on Hard Rock or Hidden Hard Rock, and the other player can do whatever they wish as long as they're not picking Flashlight. Or, yeah, just Flashlight. Obviously they cannot pick Relax, Spun Out, and Autopilot. These are very obvious to you guys, right? Surely, we don't have to tell you that, but yeah. So, they can pick anything as long as it's any combination of Hard Rock, Hidden, or Easy. But do not do Easy Hard Rock, that is impossible. That's not allowed.
Has there been any players that play the easies on the free mod? Let's see. I think there should be any. Oh god.
I mean, usually I feel like if Singapore picked this, given that they lost No Mod 5, I'm expecting an overmod. I'm kinda expecting an overmod. Either that or they practice this map to the point where they think they can beat Italy. Regardless of No Mod 5. The easy multiplier here is 1.7, so if someone picks an easy, note that the score that appears at the end is not final. So we're gonna have to do some maths after that to recalibrate the scores. In one of the matches earlier, I kind of forget that, and I thought my team had already won. No, we didn't, unfortunately. But yeah, don't forget to do your maths after someone picked an easy in a free mod.
Will not have fun, that being said. Oh, looks like we're heading into the match now. Looks like we're not going to be seeing any overmod.
We have an easy from Sky the Dum Dum instead of choosing for Hidden. Meanwhile, for Italy, you have Hidden on Marco, Hard Rock on Curry, No Mod on Crix. Also, No Mod on Ermadre for Singapore. So yes, we will have to do some maths after this match to calibrate the scores. 1.7 times the score of Sky the Dum Dum at the end. Now off to a clean start here for Singapore. Meanwhile, Italy not being happy on the Hard Rock here for Curry, finding an early break. Accuracy-wise, very good across the board, except for Curry, who has the Hard Rock debuff. Obviously, that's quite hard if you're not used to Hard Rock. But otherwise, Jensen holding a 95. Crix was holding an SS this entire time until they find 100 a few notes ago. Now down to 99.6. Ermadre on 99.19. Very good accuracy across the board here. Now, I think Singapore is running away with this one, based on their accuracy being just slightly better, perhaps? Slightly better, because Basically, everyone is holding good accuracy except for Kuri from Italy, who just found another break. 5 FCs are still on the board. 3 on Singapore, 2 on Italy.
We're only halfway through the map.
Yeah, we're only halfway through the map. Yes, the easy multiplier has not been accounted yet. We will have to do the maths after this, but if the scores remains this way, we don't have to do the maths because we know that score is going to increase on Singapore's side with the easy, and they're already reading, so we don't have to multiply. They're already winning.
Yeah.
If the score remains like this, of course. Yeah, so Nomad players are having a time of their life here. 99.3, 99.4% accuracy, holding an FC on both sides. Hard Rock players not having much of a good time on Italy's side. Hidden Easy players, decent. Both holding FCs at a very high accuracy, where there's only a quarter left in this map. Oh, the score has flipped towards Italy, actually. That's because Jensen found a break near the end there. This flip is going to be a bit impactful here, I believe. A Sky Dum Dum found a break. That's going to be a reduction in terms of the multiplier here from the EC. But I think that multiplier might be enough here, considering that the lead is still under 200,000. Oh wait, it's going to get pretty close. I'm bringing out my calculator for this one now, actually. Do I need a calculator? 2 FCs on Italy. Do I need a calculator? I might need a calculator for this one, folks. It's too close. This is way too close. Wait, no, I'm hitting the calculator. Wait, give me a moment. Where's my calculator? Oh wait, no. Wait, no, this is very close. I gotta do the maths. Give me a second. So difference is 301. 553. Score increase is 378. So 51 times 1.7. It is not enough. The increase is not enough, and that means Italy has taken this map. It's a breakpoint. So just so you guys know, the easy multiplier added, I believe, let me do this again. So 378051 times 0.7. Yeah, so the easy multiplier added 264,000 to Singapore's score, but that's still not enough because the difference was 300,000. So, point to Italy, break point to Italy, and now they have a chance to consolidate that break point and bring this match to match point. And yes, as you stated in chat, there are 40k difference if you account for the easy multiplier. Very close round. Yeah, that break on Jensen at the end there, very unfortunate. Completely flips the score to the Italy side. And also, yeah. Now, what can they pick here? They are a reading team. But the hiddens are already banned, so that's unfortunate for them. I wouldn't pick Nomad 1 if I'm Italy, because I know Singapore is pretty consistent. Hard Rock 1, that's Singapore's protect, so we'll let them pick that, maybe. Fremont 1 could be interesting. Nomad 4, I'm not sure how these teams are feeling on tech. I don't know about that, actually. Do you have any ideas, like, how well do you think they're gonna do on tech maps? And oh my goodness, Italy! Oh!
Whoa.
Oh! Oh! They pick Singapore's protect. They're calling out their bluff. They think they can do better on Hard Rock 1. Uh-oh, this would be very interesting. Someone finally picks the other team's protect, and you know what that means. It means they think they can do better than the other team at the map. They think they're so like would be like Italy thinks they can do better on a map where Singapore thinks they can do best at.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see about that.
Damn. Yeah. Truly damn.
Damn.
Quite an unexpected pick from Italy. Not going to lie.
Although we have seen actually no. We have seen teams lose their protect. We haven't seen a team choosing the other team's protect and win it, I think.
Yeah.
Unless the seed is very different, perhaps. But you know, this is not the case where the seed is way too different. They're basically next to each other in the qualifier seeding. Alright, now Hard Rock 1. Singapore's the pick that they're most brave at, and based on the qualifier stats, something that I never expect Italy to pick into. But they did. We'll see what's gonna happen. This would be very interesting. If Italy takes this one, they're gonna consolidate breakpoint, and they're going to match point with 3 chances to close this out, including the tiebreaker. Otherwise, Singapore is going to take this one, and the match is tied up once again.
But that have been said, and now we're going to the hard rock.
Yeah, Hard Rock 1, quite a banger by the way. Also custom map by Take.
Yeah.
And we're off here. SS is still being held on Alessio. Meanwhile, all the others, the accuracies are dropping as expected for a Hard Rock map. The OD is going to be particularly high, and AR pretty much AR10, so hard to hold accuracy on these maps. The circles are also smaller. So right now the accuracy seems to be not really favoring any team really. About even, would say. But combo wise, everyone's still holding FC. And scores are flipping back left and right here. XF coming up with the first break here. And Marco finding a break right after to trade that off. 2 FCs remain on each side. 1/3 of the map through. XF find another break. And Kuri is going to find a break as well. That means scores now going towards Singapore with 2 FCs on their side. 1 FC remaining on Italy. Accuracy wise, Jen Jensen holding a 97 on a Hard Rock. Wow. Now, considering that Jen Jensen is holding 97 here, the score is going to go further and further onto their side with the 2 FCs as well. We're 2/3 of the map through now. The leads are still extending towards Singapore unless someone breaks. But I don't think it doesn't look like anyone's going to break on Singapore's side right now. Never mind, XF breaks, so it's not one of the FC, so it doesn't really matter. Score lead is still extending. It's now touching 500,000. I don't think there's enough time to flip back here. There's only 1/6 of the map left.
We are only 20 seconds left on the map. It looks like Italy will not be able to recover from this. It looks like this was a bad pick for them.
Yeah, this was quite a bad pick for them indeed. Unless you're finding a break there as well. No FCs remaining on Italy, but 2 FCs remain on Singapore. Italy trying to call out Singapore's bluff with the picking on the other team's protect, but seems like it's not going to work out this time in their favor. 800,000 point difference. The 3rd point to Singapore, and the match tied up again at 3-3. And yep, as the chat mentioned, 1 million score on a Hard Rock 1 by Jen Jensen. 914,000 for Madre. Good protect from Singapore.
Yeah. Going to the next pick for Singapore, seeing as their protect has been picked, it's interesting to see what they're going to pick next. Maybe they will go for the normal 1 or normal 2 pick. If they're feeling a little brave, or they could go for the primo 1 pick.
Also, Okian, we can hear you eat. Are you hungry?
Oh.
You know, some color commentaries here and there once in a while doesn't go amiss in these tournaments, I'll be honest. Although, not too much. But what are you eating, by the way?
Some dried fish.
Fish, nice. So we're gonna see Singapore here picking Nomad 2, want to test the consistency on the tapping on the Italy side here. This would be quite interesting. I'm not I think both these teams are about even on this map. I'm pretty sure. So that's the reason why it's one of the maps that still remain in the pool after all this time. Usually maps that are remain in the pool near the end is either a team trying to save their best map for the most dire circumstances, or you know, just a map that both teams just kinda feeling not so good, not so bad about. So this map, 2 minutes 15 seconds, 162 BPM. A lot of streams at 162 BPM. Only 4.3 stars, but you know, there's only over 900 combo in the 2 minutes and 15 seconds of this map. There's only 4.3 stars, so you know, it's gonna be a tapping map. A CS 3.5, big circles, AR9, OD7 is standard. This difficulty range. World's End Valentine, soundtrack from Omori. Now I believe Jensen definitely going to stay, given that they have been performing well in pretty much all the maps so far. Sky the Dum Dum and Alessio coming up from Singapore, while Curry and Marco staying for Italy. I'm not sure if there's going to be any further changes. That's not going to be confirmed until the map starts, pretty much. Also, for viewers who might just join, this is the Newcomers World Cup. The rank range is actually 250,000 or higher. So, if you find anyone who can play Hard Rock here well, that is a very rare sight, and that is very impressive. That's all I'm gonna say. So you know, I mean, a 6-digit, you rarely find people playing Hard Rock to like the level where they would want to play in the turn. But we have few people here who can do that.
And looks like we're heading to the match.
And now we're going into Nomad 2, yes. And also, someone's calling you, we can hear the noise. Alright, whatever. Nomad 2 is gonna start right now. 2 minutes 15 seconds of a lot of streams. 162 BPM. I'm hearing your phone. I'm hearing your phone again. Alright, whatever. The accuracy SS, 2 SS being held on Singapore side, 1 SS being held on Italy. Obviously, it's only the beginning, though the streams have not started yet. There's the stream, and the first break coming out from Jensen. That's gonna be huge, given that Jensen usually holds these maps really well. Crick's also finding a break. 90, the highest accuracy with an FC right now being on Marco on Italy's side. Scores are going towards their side as well, but otherwise, combo. 2 combos on each side, never mind. 1 combo on Singapore and 2 combos on Italy with the Sky Dum Dum finding a break there. Score is going to go even further onto Italy's side. Given that the combo being held here by Marco has a very high accuracy, this could be pretty hard for Singapore to take back, although not impossible. So now Ilmadrake trying to recover some of the lost accuracy here at 92%, touching now, approaching 93. Marco also raising the accuracy as well, hopefully getting to 95 at some point. Otherwise, 2 FCs on Italy, 1 FC on Singapore, scores going towards Italy. We're only a quarter of the map left. I think this might be secured for Italy unless we find a disastrous break from the 2 FCs from Italy's side. right now. Marco approaching 95%. Matri has recovered their act all the way up to almost 95% as well. So these are two equal FCs on each side. But the difference here being Kuri still holding an FC on Italy's side. Jensen also recovering the combo back to 800. So wait, the Kuri break, that's going to be huge, given that the Jensen combo is pretty high. But we're already approaching the map, so there's no time. No time to recover for Singapore. And unfortunately, that means Italy goes to match point 4-3, and it's also a break point as well. So Italy now on their pick is on their turf. If they can pick a good map and win this map, they win the match and they move on to the quarterfinals lower bracket, and we're gonna have to say goodbye to Singapore. Yeah, Italy last pick, and if they play their cards correctly, they will win the match. Otherwise, we have another tiebreaker on our hands, and that map, let's just say it would be really interesting to see these two teams play.
Going to the next pick, which probably should be their last pick for Italy.
So we have, I believe, there should be 3 options left, no? Wait.
Going to this, I think the most likely pick is going to be the No Mod 1 pick. Considering that Free Mod 1 and No Mod 4 are quite heavy on attack.
That's odd. The numbers don't add up. No, wait, Free Mod 1 has not been played yet, Can you right click on?
Oh. Sorry. Hold on.
Hold on. Oh my goodness. Tech pause number 4, folks! Tech pause number 4!
I humbly apologize.
Tech pause number 4! Okay, we're back.
Alright.
Okay, we are back now. They've chosen... Wait, no, it's not a Singapore pick. It's an Italy pick, right? Unless it is a Singapore pick. No, it is an Italy pick. Just unselect normal. Yeah, there you go. So, no one for a tech map. Finally, a tech map being chosen right before the tech tiebreaker. Now, if Singapore win, I'll say like this, right? If Singapore wins this, then Singapore might feel a bit better going into tiebreaker, because that tiebreaker is just tech, pretty much tech, or mostly tech. That's what I'm gonna say. If Italy wins this, then well, we don't need to play a tiebreaker. That's it for the match. So, who's going to be up here? So, Italy, we have Marco, Crix, and Alessio. Singapore, we have Jensen and Sky, the Dum Dum, and we wonder who the other player would be. And yes, the pool, this pool should be 4.25 star, with the tiebreaker being slightly higher than the rest of the pool. That's normal. But I would say, even though it's higher than the pool, it's 4.4, yes, but it's a tech map, so you know, usually these maps are quite underrated in the star rating. So it might be slightly harder than we expected it to be.
I apologize for the background noises if anyone can hear them.
Yeah. I've been informed that, you know, you've been having a pretty rough environment today, casting and streaming. You know, people around you making noises.
Yeah. I do apologize for that.
Alright, No Mod 4 is now on the board, the last pick for Italy, and if Singapore wins this, we have our 4th and final tiebreaker of round of 16. Otherwise, if Italy wins this, that's the match, that's round of 16, and we'll have a quarterfinal showcase pretty soon after this match, although not instantly right away. It's going to be like a few hours after this match. once we have the video sorted. So this map's 89 BPM, though I think it's mapped pretty much like a double BPM here, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be 178 if my maths does not lie to me. 178 BPM at 2 minutes. So this map is fairly short, but you know the SV changes are pretty wild. It's pretty unexpected if you haven't practiced this map, so I wouldn't be surprised if I'm finding breaks left and right when these SVs start to kick in. Jensen unfortunately finding an early break somewhere early in the map, combos being a bit less than their friends right now. 2 FCs on Singapore, 3 FCs on Italy.
But it does seem the department is favoring Singapore, considering that their combo is not that high compared to the triple FC on Italy side.
Yeah, the score might go to their side later on as the map progresses if this keeps up. Otherwise, the accuracy right now I believe better on Singapore's side because Alessio with the 80% there, 79/80 depending on when you look at it. But Alessio lowest act in the lobby. Meanwhile, Singapore holding around 90% average between these 3 players. The score is still going towards that side, but the FCs are still being held on Italy's side. I'm seeing some, not necessarily slider breaks, but when you lose combo from a slider, a Crix finding a break that's going to be quite unfortunate for Italy. Madre finding a break to trade that though. So now it's 2 FC to 1 FC. Score is going to start going towards Italy now if they can get, if they can hold 300s to the section where it matters the most. And the scores are going towards Italy. Scores going towards Italy. I repeat, scores going towards Italy. They're not finding a break. They are not finding a break. The map's going to end right there, and Italy secures it. 5-3. Good games, well played. And Singapore is going to go out in round of 16. Unfortunate for them, but we will have to say goodbye. Thank you for playing NWC. Meanwhile, Italy is going to move on to the quarterfinals in the lower bracket. And a reminder for our players, if you're in the lower bracket from quarterfinals onward, you'll be playing up to 2 matches in the same weekend. So you probably play the first one and the second one before you can move on to the next round. You gotta win twice and cannot lose a single time. If you lose at any point in the lower bracket, you're out. So that is GG, well played, Singapore and Italy, and thank you for playing. Thank you for showing us such a great match in round of 32, and also a great match today as well from Singapore. But unfortunately, both of these were losses, and in a double elimination, that means you have to say goodbye to them.
Yeah.
Jensen definitely a very strong player on their team. We hope to see you again soon. Hopefully in 6WC, hopefully in future NWC if your rank is still 250,000 somehow. But very good game, very good match, these 2 teams. And now let's talk a little bit about the Map Pool Showcase. The Map Pool Showcase should be later today if the editors are on schedule. Should be sometime between 15 and 17 UTC. Anything to say, Ken?
Not really. Considering that the map pool might be quite late, I think it might be. Not exactly sure what to say.
I'll just mention to you guys this then about this map pool. So from quarterfinals onward, matches will now be first to 6. It's not first to 5. It's first to 6. That means the pool will be quite a bit bigger. There'll be 5 no mods, 5 hidden, 5 hard rock. 5 no mod, 3 hidden, 3 hard rock, 3 DT, 3 free mod, 1 tiebreak. If I remember correctly, that should be the size of the pool. And each team will still have 2 bans. They will still have 1 protect, but the pool will be slightly larger to accommodate for the first to 6. And as we can see on the bracket here, the match that we just finished today, Italy will face out Spain A in the lower quarterfinals. And if they win that, they can potentially face the winner of Philippines and United States B to fight for a spot in the semi-finals, and the same process repeat for the finals if they do make it there. Alright, I think that should be it for this match. Kian, any last words?
Not really.
Not really? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just say, oh, by the way, if you're looking at the schedule right now, you can see that all the schedule for future matches are basically on the same time. The schedule for these are not set yet, it's for the quarterfinals, but I can tell you right now, all of these should be between Friday and Monday next weekend. So, we will see you guys for the map pool showcase. Maybe it's the different casters. Maybe the SETI would want to join us as the head pooler, but the map pool showcase will be in a few hours, and that's it from me, that's it from Kian, and that's it for the round of 16. We will see you guys again in this tournament soon.
Alright, thanks everyone for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Remember to like and subscribe.
Remember to like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah. Alright. Thanks. See you all in the map builder showcase that's happening probably in 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
Alright.
See ya.